Hello, welcome to Sip Stories podcast, where our recipe is one part healthy with a shot of drama. I'm your host, Dina. Hey, what are you sipping on today?
Doing alcohol today because I've been alcoholing it up all weekend.
I know
And so I'm gonna
Paradise.
do this. It's really good. It's a prebiotic, probiotic, and like this seltzy fruity drink. It's really good. This is my favorite one, the pineapple
Mm,
paradise. So
I
that's
would
what I'll
probably
be
like
sipping
it.
on. Yeah.
Okay.
It gets you like it's really good for your gut too, because I have like gut problems. So
Okay.
what are you sipping on?
I am sipping on this popping boba. I've never tried this before, by the way. My
Oh,
mom got it for me, so I was like, let me try that. But it's strawberry, dragon fruit, oolong tea. So it's like a tea, and it
a
has like
tea.
boba in it.
You like
Yeah,
those things? They make me feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm choking every
something
time.
bursting in your mouth. I like them. So pop this open, and oh yeah, look. Can you see them?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. See, I can't like when I drink them, like I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna choke.
you're gonna
It's hard
choke.
to drink.
You
Yes.
can't handle the boba. That's not good. I mean, it's strawberry dragon fruit. That's a good taste combination. So,
Boba is really popular out here at the mall. Like the
uh-huh.
store, they used to have it like in the main aisle, like they had to move it to its own little section because people are like,
Wow.
yeah, it's always packed out. And now
Hmm.
in Smith Haven, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I like boba. I don't know. I don't know a lot of people here in Virginia that like boba that much. Our boba places are not usually
Yeah.
packed.
Yeah.
But I like it. My son likes
Ours.
it. Paris likes it.
All right.
Yeah. Hmm.
I'm not a fan.
Well,
All
talking
right,
about our
so
kids, we
yeah.
talk about kid athletes, talk about what sports our kids are in, the commitment for the kids, the commitment for us as parents,
Yes.
um, the financial part, and then yeah, let's talk about it. I'm excited to talk about the topic. Um, I'm nosy too. I just want to know how much you pay for Allie.
Ellie is expensive.
I know it's expensive and like costume and okay, so Paris did
Yeah.
younger and it I don't it wasn't super expensive, but I know she wasn't like on a high level. And my niece, what she used to do it when she was younger and she auditioned and she like made company. I know how crazy expensive it can get.
Yeah.
So you gonna go
So
first or you want me to go
yes,
first?
because I
Okay.
got the one kid. I got the one kid. You got two.
Well, I have some questions. So she's only in dance, right?
Yeah, now she's only in dance. She was doing gymnastics and dance,
Mm-hmm.
but being that she is on the select team because they have different levels, so
Mm-hmm.
this select is more like it's more like a commitment. So
Okay.
she's only on in dance.
In dance. How many times is she practicing like a week?
So right now they are getting ready for competitions. So she goes, well, every time she goes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And
Okay.
then when they have competition, like her hip hop competition rehearsal was for 2 Saturdays in a row. So she would do her 1 to 3 class because she has 2 classes on Saturday. Yeah. and then she would have to do after 3. She has to come back and do 5:30 to 7:30 with the hip hop, and then
Mm, yeah.
and then for tap, she just did her tap rehearsal this Saturday. She, she was really busy this Saturday. We did jazz, ballet. She went to her tap rehearsal in the morning, and then she had us go. Her friend had a birthday party at the mall, so we had to go to the mall. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
And then a
Yeah.
sleepover. Yeah. So
Yeah. That
she's
is
been.
definitely a topic too. It's like, okay, they're students, they have schoolwork, they have school commitments, then they're in these intense sports,
Mhm.
dance, whatever it may be, and then still like they're kids, so they still gotta have fun. You still gotta do birthday parties,
Yep.
like have time for like a social life.
Clubs. It's clubs, after school clubs.
Oh
Like,
yeah, just after school clubs.
so, well, she just signed up for a club on Monday and Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
but she has rehearsal on Wednesday. She doesn't have rehearsal on Monday, but she has rehearsal on Wednesday. But that rehearsal starts at 5 on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna come home from her club and then do her homework, get
Yeah.
dressed, and then go to dance. Yeah.
Wow.
They,
And she doesn't complain
they're
about it.
no,
No.
no, no, because she loves it. She's been in dance since she was 2.5, 3.
Okay.
Yeah, she's been in dance for a while. Her aunt Steph, hi Steffi, she listens to our podcast.
Hey.
Steffi, her aunt Steph is a choreographer there at Stage Door, so she's been with Stage Door since she was like
Okay.
2.5, 3. I think it was 3. Yeah, so we get a little discount because
Yay.
of Aunt Stephanie. Thank you.
Take it. I mean, you need
I
it.
know. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's so monthly, because we pay competition fee and then her class fee with the discount. We
Mm-hmm.
pay right now, it's 380 a month for that, and then her costumes, that came to 540.
How many
Yeah,
costumes is that?
that's four
4
costumes.
costumes? Is that for the
Yes,
year?
that's for her recital, because she does a recital in June,
Okay.
and for her competitions too.
Okay.
So, and then you have to get a competition jacket that says her group, because she's in the select group, so it has to say like select
Yeah.
stage door. That was 100, and she got some little shorts also, so I think that was like 100 and something. Let me look at the receipt.
I'm averaging this out. Don't worry. I got my calculator. I'm gonna scare you at the end. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Yo, Sean be knowing, because they come out of his account. He's like, he complained all the time. He's like, Kelly, you gotta find it. You gotta get a job. Yeah, she's these kids. I don't remember doing all of this, but I'm
No.
glad. I'm glad that they are, though, because I feel like it keeps them out the streets.
Because Callie would really be in the streets.
In the Patchogue streets,
Oh my gosh.
like her
No.
mama. 120.
Okay.
Yeah, for the
Okay.
jacket and the short.
Shorts and stuff. And then, I mean, you have like miscellaneous. This is a big one when I talk about my daughter and she does cheer in her sports. Something that I did not calculate into the yearly expenses with her doing cheer is the admission that I have to pay and family members have to pay to get into these shows and these events.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much is like the average ticket price for one of her shows?
Okay. I'm trying to remember last year's show because it did go up. I think it's 40 now, 30 or $40. I think it's
Per
40
person?
per person, and then if she does different nights, like last year, it was kind of expensive, but only me and Sean went last year. Wait, me, Sean, somebody else went.
And how many shows is she doing a year?
She does the rehearsal. The competition is included in the 300 and
Okay.
what did I say?
380?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's included. But just one show, like at the end of the year, June, they have their
Okay.
recital, and it depends on if all her like her classes, like her ballet, jazz. She does ballet, jazz, hip hop, tap. If they are in the same night, which they're not going to be, and
Mm-hmm.
then you just have to pay for the ticket for that. But if they are grouped, like the AM is a
Yeah.
ballet and the PM is, you have to pay.
For
Yeah,
each show.
yeah.
It's
So
not
it
a
comes out to be
daily
like
rate.
$200 if they are in, you know, the AM or the PM or in both,
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
And
And
that's
then my
times
mom
two
is
for
coming
you
out this
because
year.
your ticket, Sean's ticket.
Yep. Me, Sean. I think last year, did I come last year? I made him come one year, but it wasn't last year. Oh, was it? It might have been last year. I made him come. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta come see us because he went to 2 shows. But yeah, my mom's coming this year, so I gotta get her
Yeah.
ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, and then you gotta buy the shoes. She had to
Oh
get
gosh.
tap shoes, ballet shoe, no tap shoes, jazz shoes, and hip hop sneakers. Yeah, and they're not cheap. Her tap shoes, yeah, yeah.
So we're gonna okay. You're well over 6,000, and that's being generous. You're probably definitely higher than that. You're probably more at the 7 grand a year when you calculate in all the just miscellaneous things.
And then think about, like, she's trying out for the elite this year. She's gonna do, and Aunt Steffi was like, "You got it, girl," because Callie is very good. Not like me. I have no rhythm. I like to dance, but I don't look good dancing. But she is like,
Yeah,
you gotta see her, Dina.
yeah,
I'm like, oh my God, is that? And she likes hip hop. Hip hop is her favorite. Yeah, she's a hip hop girly.
nice.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
you got to
but
record one or something.
yeah. Well, we get like, they
Another
do
fee.
this thing where you they do this thing where you get like a package where
Uh huh.
they record it and you gotta pay for it. I think last year I'm I think it was $50,
Hmm.
but you get like a whole thing of the shows
Yeah,
that
and then
goes
I
on. So
forgot too. I'm sure you pay for like pictures.
yeah, you pay for a lot. You pay for a lot to keep your kids happy.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
wouldn't have it
Yeah.
any other way though, because I'm like, nowadays we used to go out, you know, go bike riding,
Mhm.
but now Callie she's on the phone with her friends and playing Roblox, and
Yeah.
she sometimes goes over her friend Kendall's house. She does go over Kendall's and Hayes. She goes over her friend Little Hazy, but she is majority of the time
That's it. There's
that's
like
how they
no
have their
outside play.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's just so different than like our upbringing. Like I
yeah,
know for a fact, like my parents would have never spent that much on a sport.
I know.
Maybe, I mean, I have multiple siblings, to be fair. Not saying that they would have, not wanted to invest that much in me, but that just like, I don't know, that wasn't even like thought of.
What did we do? We did like a. Did you do the step squad or was that Tisha?
No, I think I remember practicing for that, but I don't think that like I don't remember it going very far.
We
Like
used to do the basketball games like the
I
half
might have quit then because I don't remember doing a basketball game. I remember a couple of like practices and rehearsals. We used to go to somebody's house and like practice, but I don't remember doing a game.
Yeah, I remember doing like the step at the basketball games and
Hmm.
then what else did I didn't do much. I think I did double dutch. We used to go to Frank P. Long and practice it, but double dutch. I was terrible at that too. Um my mom she she was like, "I'll buy you some sneakers if you join a sport and they get you an outfit." And so I joined track and I was in it until for like maybe a couple of weeks,
Yeah,
two
that was both
two
of
weeks.
us. Same.
Yeah.
We did it
And
for
I
the
got my
sneakers.
sneakers and then I quit.
We did it for the sneakers, and
Yeah.
yeah.
But I wasn't athletic.
Neither was I. Neither was I. I did cheer, but it was like for pals, like the police athletic
Okay.
league. Did you
Yeah.
not do that with me? I remember doing
I don't
that.
I don't think I cheered. I think I was, you know what? I tried out for cheer in high school,
Yep. We both
but
did.
I didn't want to get sweaty and then I could I didn't want my hair to get all nasty. Oh
That's
man.
hilarious.
So yeah, our girls are gonna be different.
They are different. I
Yeah.
feel like my daughter, she's a better version of me.
Yeah.
Like I lived through her a little bit. People are like, "Do you live through your kids?" I'm gonna admit it.
Yeah.
Like I do. I lived through her. Like
That's what my mom says. She's like, she told Sean she's just living through Cali because Cali has freaking guinea pigs.
uh-huh.
He has a freaking hamster, and she was like, I I always wanted pets, and I couldn't have them. So I'm like, I'm letting my kids. So I had a turtle, stinking turtle. He had a snake that
Oh
he got.
God, that's where I
Yeah,
crossed
he
the
got a
line.
snake, and I was like, I had to get like frozen mice for the snake. Yep. And then he
Jeez.
went to see his dad in Virginia one summer, and I was like, "You taking the snake with you?" So he had the snake in the back of Tony's car, and the snake got out and went into the car, and like I guess it burnt up, it died. Yeah, yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. But my
Yeah.
kids had some. They can't say they didn't have any pets.
One of my
Uh,
boys asked for a snake. I said, absolutely not. That's where I crossed the line. I let them have their pets. Jordan had a what did he have? It was a guinea pig. Um, so many fish, so many fish, cats, dogs. But no, I had to draw the line at a snake. I don't know how you allowed that. I can't even sleep in the same house as a snake because I would be terrified it's gonna get out and like, no.
I don't know. I felt like I had to. Well, actually, Sean was a part of that. We took him because I did so good in school. He was like
Yeah.
so good, didn't have to study or anything. Just and so we took him to I think PetSmart, and he ended up with a freaking snake, an albino snake at that with red eye. Yeah. Mm.
That's so creepy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so creepy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm happy that Callie's happy. It's an investment, but I
Yeah.
mean, at the end of the day, I think our kids are worth it.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, you said Callie's really good, and I'm sure she is really good. I've seen a little bit of her flexibility and her skills. Every time I
Remember she
see
was
her, she's like in some weird position. Like, yeah, she's
yeah,
too
showing Paris and you
flexible.
gotta just lift your leg up like
No one can do that but you, Callie. Okay.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how
So
much
I
do
think
you pay for Paris's?
we're gonna start with Paris. Okay.
No,
She's more.
start with Jason. Start
Are
with
we Jason?
Jason.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jason plays basketball,
Mhm.
and I mean, right now he's playing varsity for his high school team. So although he is in a private school, so we do have private school tuition, but that
Oh, really?
is yeah, we have private school
Now,
tuition.
is this his first year in private school?
It is his first year in private school.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have private school tuition, but that's outside of like the athletic fees. I think it was like $200 athletic fee. I mean, he outgrows sneakers or runs through sneakers because of like practice,
Yeah.
like at least 3 to 4 basketball sneakers a year. Every time I turn around, they're like at a minimum of like 150 a pop.
Does he have to be like name brand? Like he has to have Nike or
Absolutely, Charlotte. I mean, absolutely. But I mean, any good basketball shoe is gonna be like a quality brand. Like I
yeah.
can't put him in some Walmart sneaker and be like, go play varsity basketball. That's not gonna work.
Some Shacks.
Yeah. So there was an athletic fee. Like I said, I think that was like 200 for the year. Sneakers, warm up suit, it's school uniform, so we don't pay for that.
You don't have to
Um,
pay for the uniform?
no, because it
Okay.
belongs to the school. So
Okay.
school uniform. I mean, you got like admission to all of his games, which is about anywhere from like $10 to $15 a person
Do
every
you
time we
have
go
to
to a
pay
game.
being the parent?
Yeah, parents pay. Yeah, you go. Yeah, you pay to go into the high school games. Yeah, you pay at the door for high school games.
Mm.
Um, what else? Um, a lot of food costs with him, believe it or not, because his days are so long. Like sometimes he'll be in school from his bell rings at 8:10, I think. 8:10, then his day's over at 3:10. But then he's in study hall for about an hour. Then they're like warming up, and then their game normally starts if it's like a home game, like around 7 or 7:30, and then their games aren't over until like 8:39. So he's
Wow.
gone for the entire day. And if it's an away game, sometimes they leave school a little early, travel to the game, play the game, come back. So there's a lot of times where he has to have food on the go. So it's like constant, like cash, can you cash at me? Like, like, yeah, food, or I'm dropping him off food. Yeah, that's a lot.
My goodness.
So, and that's the
They
high
have
school part.
concession stands for him to buy the food?
Yeah.
Oh.
They'll either stop if they have time at like Chick-fil-A,
Okay.
Or worst case scenario, yeah, they have concessions where he can just like grab something, grab a drink, or, something until he can get home and get dinner. So that's his high school season. And then out when high school season's over, then he has AAU basketball, which is year round. That's like through the spring, through the summer. And AAU is typically like you pay a monthly fee, like a gym fee, gym access for whoever is like coaching their AAU team. That could be like $30 to $50 a month for the gym fee. And then wherever they play, when they have a game or whatever event, you pay for a tournament fee, which can be anywhere from like, I don't know, 30, 50, 100, depending on how many days the tournament is. Tournament fee, and then again, you're paying admission to go watch your son play basketball. So
Oh
I'm
boy.
gonna give an estimate of them maybe about $2,000 a year. So
For one, is
for
that
the year,
for the year for both?
yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that might be a
Uh,
little low balling it, but yeah, it's a lot of little costs with him that add up. It's just
yeah.
a lot of little things that add up.
Yeah.
But yeah, about probably $2,000 a year we spent on just the sport of basketball. Yeah. I didn't add in, which we get a break on. I didn't add in training. So like outside training for basketball that other
Because
kids have to pay. But
your husband.
yes,
Okay.
I didn't add that in because his stepdad takes care of all of that. So like he'll have training sessions on Sunday. He'll do group. I mean, he's able to do like individual, like one-on-one, obviously with him to get training. But believe it or not, even though he has all of this access to all of this training, he doesn't take advantage of it.
Really?
No, he does not take advantage of it. Um,
Does he feel
it,
like he doesn't need it?
that's a good question. I don't think he feels like he doesn't need it. So he'll do like the group sessions. It's
Hmm.
morely like the one-on-one sessions that he really doesn't like take advantage of, that he could have definitely more access to if he asked for it, but he just doesn't. And for a long time, I mean, this is like his parents, so it's kind of hard. I guess some kids kind of work well with their dad, like coaching them and training, but it's a dynamic that is really not for like everybody. So for a long time, they had to like figure that out. Like, okay, I'm your coach on the court and like your parent off the court,
Hmm.
like not having those two worlds like bleed in together it could be difficult at times.
They get into arguments?
No,
Oh,
we don't
oh.
get into arguments,
All right.
but so with my husband, Coach Stretch is what everybody calls him. Like Coach
Hmm.
Stretch and Dad Stretch are two completely different people. People don't understand that. Everybody knows him just as Coach Stretch, and Coach
Yeah.
Stretch is very like disciplined, very strict, very like, this is how it is.
He's the coach. Yeah.
No BS. Like, yeah. And
Yeah.
so I don't know. I feel like that's how he is on the court. And I think it's just hard to find that line. Okay, when practice is over and then like you're at home, they could still be talking about basketball, but now you gotta switch it up. So are you talking basketball to me as still coach, or are you talking basketball now as a parent, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
And what does Jason like to talk like as a parent, or does he like the coach stretch,
I don't
like talking
know.
to him? Okay. I'll be
I
like,
don't know. I
the
don't know
nicest,
which
the
one he
nicest
likes
one. Let me
better.
know what
I
the
don't
nicest
know,
one
but I
is.
know that they've had conversations like, obviously he's like no special treatment like on the court, like,
Yeah,
you're another
yeah.
player, like there's not going to be any like special treatment. I'm not going to go easier on you. Like there's none of that. So just make sure that they're on the same page, and like, Jason understood that I have the same expectations for you that I have for everybody else. If not, I actually have higher expectations for you. So you actually, have it a little bit harder and actually have a
Yeah.
little bit more pressure on you because of who you are.
Mhm.
So he has to, you know, balance that out. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. I think it's tough. I think it's tough having a parent that's like in your same field. So
Yeah.
you said Callie, like her aunt is a choreographer for the dance studio.
Yeah.
Does she?
She's in her tap class right now, which Steph is
Okay.
like really, really good at tap. She's like a really good tapper. And Callie actually tap. This is her first year actually doing tap.
Mm-hmm.
She did it when she was 3, I think, when she was really young. But this is like her first year as like, you know, being a she's not a tween yet, but she's 10, and people walk up to me and be like, she is so good. And I'm like, this is her first year doing it. But it's because
Wow.
her Aunt Steffi, like, Steph is really good
It
at
probably
tap.
comes to her naturally. So like, do you
Yeah,
feel like her aunt holds her to like a higher expectation? And
I think so.
How does
Yeah.
Callie handle that?
But she's doing good, so
And she,
Steph just like praises her. Like, she's like,
yeah,
Callie, this is my niece. Like, this is my niece that's doing it. People ask like, did you see Callie? And she was like, yeah, I seen her. Like,
yeah.
she knows. Callie's pretty good. She's good. And
Okay.
no criticism. Steph is always like amping her up, like, you
Mhm.
got this. So yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
All right,
Now
let's move
Paris.
along. Yep, let's
Yeah.
get to Paris.
Paris did gymnastics too, right? Because I remember her and Kelly, were they both in gymnastics at the same time?
She did do gymnastics. I don't even. Me and Paris were talking about this the other day. She's like, "How many sports have I done?" Okay, so her very first sport was gymnastics when she was younger. She was in like the
Okay.
little Chinese. She did gymnastics. Then we stopped. It was like the COVID year. So there was like nothing for a year. Then when she went back into sports, she did a year of ballet and tap. She did ballet and tap for a year. She
Did
did
she
hip
like
hop.
ballet?
Um, I think she liked it when she was younger. She doesn't want to do it now. Like,
Okay.
yeah, she doesn't want to do it now, but she did enjoy it when she was younger. And I told her I wanted to put her in different things because I wanted her to find like what she
Yeah.
shined in. My mom would get so mad. She's like, "Why do you keep switching her? Let her stick to the same thing." And I'm like, I want her to experience all of this so then
Yes.
she can be like, this is what I love, Mom. This is what my passion is, and then I can feel like, okay, let's invest in it. But she was okay switching after every year. Like, had she said like, no, I think I want to stay in ballet for another year, we would have kept her there. But she wanted to try different things. So I was like, let's try different things.
Yeah.
So yeah, she did
Callie
ballet
wants to
tap.
try figure skating.
Yeah,
She said if she doesn't get on the elite group, she's gonna try figure skating in the summer. So we'll see.
nice. Tell
Yeah,
Callie that was my dream. I wanted to do figure
really.
skating.
Really? Never my dream.
Look, it was your
No,
dream. Oh,
no. I hate the ice.
I just think that ice skaters look so elegant on the
Yeah.
ice and so beautiful. I always said like I wish I can ice skate. I want to be an ice skater. Never tried it,
I used
but
to watch it with Nan, like the figure
mhm,
skating. We used
yeah.
to always watch it, but I never wanted. And then I got on ice, and I am terrible. I just go when her and Sean go to the rinks. I just take pictures. I'm like, just like, hi guys. I do not get on ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how
So
much? So now she's in cheer.
now she's in competition cheer and she loves it. Um, Pricing for that. This is probably the biggest commitment sport that she has been in. So we got like monthly tuition is about $80, and then her comp fees every month is 125. Um, her uniform was 200 for the season.
Is it just one uniform that they wear for every competition? Okay.
Yes,
All right.
one uniform for the season. They do a 2-year round on the uniform, but us coming in, we're on the second year already. So unfortunately, like next year, if she stays in it, it'll be a new uniform that I would have to buy. But then that would be the start of year one. So that uniform would be good for 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If she doesn't level up too, because actually different level teams have different uniforms. So who knows?
And do they have like do they make them have like jackets like cheer jackets?
No, that's not
No. Okay.
mandatory. She has her competition uniform and then she has her practice uniform too.
Okay.
We had to buy her practice uniform, the bows, the
Does that
socks.
all that come in the package of the 200 or
Yeah, yes, but you can
okay.
buy it separately too. But you had to buy all of it. So
Okay. All
yeah.
right.
Um, the socks, mandatory Nike socks for days, and then her sneakers, her cheer sneakers. She's on the second pair right now for the season, and her season doesn't end until May. Like May is her last competition. She's already on the second pair of sneakers. I don't even know why. I think just her foot grew. Like
Maybe.
these are kids too, so like they're still growing. Yeah.
What
So
size foot? What size shoe is she?
she is a like 3.5 right now.
A 3.5?
Yeah, she has a big foot. Yeah.
Really?
What size is Callie?
She's in a 1, and
What?
yeah. I get her a 2 because, like, I feel like she's been in a 1 for too long, and I get
Yeah.
her a 2, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. Well, Paris used to be a 2, and
Okay.
then all of a sudden, that's how it happens. Boom.
Her
She's
foot.
like, I got her a 3. I just got her like boots for Christmas. So she was in a 2. Before Christmas, she was in a 2, Charlotte. I got her boots for Christmas, and I know kids grow, so I got a 3. The boots came, and she's like, they're too tight. And I'm like, that's impossible. You're wearing a size 2, like, sneakers. And then she puts the boot on, and it was literally too tight. So, and I got a 4. Yeah, I just got her a 4, and it has
A,
room in it,
a
but yeah.
force, a shoe?
Yeah. Yes. But I did her the 4, she has room in it. But I got the boot in a 4 because I'm like, we gotta get through the whole winter. So
Oh
her
my
cheer
goodness.
shoes though, we did a 3.5, so they're not, I don't want those super loose. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. But I gotta take it. She's tall. Like is she in the tall height for her?
All my kids, yeah, all my kids
Yeah.
are like tall in the high percentile for their height and stuff. But she's even though she's tall, she's like all legs, but she's not like the tallest kid in her class. She's not the tallest out of the girls. Like,
Oh really?
so yeah, no. Mm-mm. She's one of the smaller ones on her cheer team, but the cheer team is like a wider age group. She has like some older kids in there too. So
What is
yeah.
the age group for the cheer?
I think the max age for her team is 12, and she's 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think there's
Yeah,
any type.
Callie's max for her select is 10, and Callie actually it's 9, and Callie just turned 10. Well, she turned 10 in October, but
Mhm.
she was 9 when she joined it. So this is the last year she can be in select anyway.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
Wow.
where we at? The tuition, the shoes, the uniform, the warm-up uniform, my comp fees, admission to get into the places. She just had a 2-day comp this past weekend, and that was $40 per person, but that was for 2 days. But if it was like a
$40 for 2 days, so 20 each day.
yeah, it was 20 each
Okay.
day, which was
Okay.
reasonable because the comp before that was $30, almost $30 for just 1 day.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that was reasonable. The travel expenses. We don't travel out of the state like some of the other teams, but we do go like an hour away, 2 hours away. I think the furthest one she has maybe like 3 hours away this season.
How long is her competition? Like you sitting there
Yeah, it's an all day thing.
all day?
Well, it depends on the lineup too. So we went to one in Richmond, and she was like the first to compete. She was on like the AM schedule to compete. So we had to be there super early. It was snowing. We had to drive in the snow and get there. They did not cancel the competition. They don't care. Rain, sleet, snow. It will go on.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
we were there early. They delayed it a little bit, the time, because she was originally supposed to be there at like 7, and then they're like, no, come at 9. So we got there at 9, but we still had to leave the house at like, I think we left the house like 6:30 because we had to drive to Richmond. And then she competed, and then since it was a 1-day event, you have to stay for awards. So you have to wait till everybody's done competing to do the award ceremony.
Wow.
That's what makes it a long day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's ours too. That's what makes this so long.
Mhm.
Cause and then if you get that buzzer, I forgot what it's called. Like that the kids get all excited because that means that they are like picked by the
Yeah.
judges like as the best. So yeah, you gotta say.
So I think I added this up pre-show. I added this up actually before we even signed her up and made this commitment. Like we needed to know
How
what we're
much?
investing in. The only thing I didn't calculate, like I said, that was like a shock for me because this is my first time like cheer competition mom, was the admission to like get into the places, and then just not thinking she was going to be like outgrowing shoes in the middle of the season. But I know definitely I'm probably at $4,000.
Wow.
Yeah, a year. And and honestly, that is a good price compared to other cheer studios, because
Yeah.
we looked
You
at
looked at
two actually before we went with the one she's with now, and the first one was a lot more expensive. But
Wow.
for first year commitment, we were like, okay, wait, we have to make sure that something
That
she wants to
Something
stick
that she's
with.
into.
Yeah, yeah,
And she likes going to rehearsals and, or
yeah.
they don't call it rehearsal, practices, right?
Practice. Yep. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
she doesn't complain. Same with Callie. No, I think it's good to keep them busy.
Yeah.
Keep
How many
them
days a
off
week?
of social media. So it depends to like, so when they don't have a competition, it's 2 days a week
Okay.
of cheer practice, and then normally she'll do a 1 day of like tumble.
Okay.
So like 3 days. But then when they have a comp coming up, it's like every day. I think last week they they did practice Monday through Friday. last week.
Mm-mm-mm.
Last week they practiced Monday through Friday and then had a comp Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
Don't you wonder, like, where do they get this energy?
She
I'm
never runs out
tired.
of energy. She
Wow.
she never runs out.
Callie
Which is
does.
kind of
She.
like me though, because when I was younger version of me. Lord, not now. But yeah, I had a lot of energy as a kid. Very talkative. So
Yep.
she's my mini
In my
me.
ear. In my ear.
Girl.
That's why we fought.
Let bygones be bygones. We cool now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, but I think it's worth it too. I'm blessed that I'm able to invest in, our kids, and I keep them busy. They enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think it's part of like, molding them to be great adults, like, just on a team, self-confidence.
I
So,
said to my mom, I was like, why didn't you put me in? She was like, you never wanted to do anything. I said, I think I would have had a talent if I would have tried different things. Like, I'm 42 years old and I do not know what my talent is, and that's bad.
it just wasn't that was just not common in our growing up, like in the 80s, like that just wasn't common to have your child in such like an intense sport and invest all that money, like unless it was like through the school, like
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't common. Now I feel like it's very common, like everybody has their child in some kind
In
of
something, right?
sport or activity in outside of school, like in
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Really.
know what it is. Are we just all trying to live through our children?
I think so. I think so. The 80s babies, like,
It must
I'm,
be this era, like we
I'm
didn't get
permanent.
it,
Put us
so
in
this
a.
is what our kids are gonna do, and we're gonna enjoy it now, Dad.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Well, they
real.
seem to be happy, so
They are. And
yeah.
that's all that we want is for our kids to be happy.
Yes. Yes.
All
All
right.
right. We're coming to the end of our show. I just want to thank everyone for listening and give
Yes.
us some comments. I want our audience to reach out and like give us some topics that you want us to discuss on future episodes.
Yeah. I actually listened to one of our episodes. Well, I listened to all of them, but I was like, me and my mom, we was like, she said, you know what you do a lot? You say, I don't know. And I said, I know, I noticed that too. I got to work on that. So this time, I don't think I said, I don't know. Like, I really know the
Hmm.
stuff. It's in my head, but I just
Yeah.
say, I don't know because I don't want to bore y'all with
Right. You're
looking at me.
thinking. That's your pondering like thing.
Yes, I
Yeah.
always say that, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on
I know
myself.
it's your thinking moment.
Yeah, and I do
Getting the
know
thoughts
though.
together.
I gotta find them in that brain, the
Yeah.
little crippled brain.
All right, girl.
All right. I'll talk to you at the end of the week.
Yes, we will.
All
All right. Thank you.
right. Bye.
Bye.